I go to the gym not for clout or attention or to record myself. I go there with no makeup on, hair up. I just had a crazy day and I just want to work out. I don't want nobody recording me. And I'm like, who are these people? Because none of these people were like have a following or like do this for a living. Like, what are you recording yourselves for? And just flexing themselves in the mirror and flexing themselves for the tripod. And it's just so cringy to me. Like, what are you doing? It's so weird. I don't want to be in the background of any of this. I do this full time. I don't want to be recorded. I want to be a regular fucking person trying to work out. I don't want to be in the background of your videos at all.
Turn your headphones. Check 1 2.
Boosted, gone wild.
Is that
Boosted chick?
Your husband subscribed.
I did just say that.
Hello, and welcome back to Boosted Gone Wild. Today, I wanted to start off with, I did a little poll on my Instagram and I asked you guys what you guys wanted to know. And overwhelmingly, I got a lot of responses from a lot of women out there. I'm going to say 3 of them. Any creepy photography stories? Thank you for staying real with me. Any weird photography stories? Another one. Are all the rumors true about the photographers in the industry? And what is your worst shoot or content creating experience you've ever had? So these were a bunch of questions. A lot of you guys kept asking me about creepy photographer stories or what happens in the industry. So I personally have not been treated badly in the community of a photo shoot or the modeling world. But what I have heard was a lot of stories where girls get mistreated bad, but it's also because girls don't know how to set their boundaries or be stern of what they want to do. Me specifically, I don't really work with photographers anymore who have OnlyFans or do OnlyFans content. I personally actually do a lot of iPhone content now because honestly, it performs a lot better. But I feel like photographers almost need us way more than we need them lately. And before, the roles were reversed. But a lot of these photographers really depend on us models taking riskier photos for their OnlyFans. And that's really not what we're here for. So you guys need to work on finding the correct photographer that you want to work for, a professional photographer. So that's where you're getting into the line of these weird OnlyFans photographers who only got into this space because they want to see you naked. I don't work with those people. Those people are not for me. The worst experience that I've had, I would have to say, is just paying for a makeup artist, maybe a spot that I paid for specifically because I wanted content with this photographer, and I never get the fucking edits. So that's my thing. That's why I don't work with a lot of photographers anymore, because these photographers are like, let's collab. We work all day, and then like a month later, I still don't get the edits. It's crazy. Like, so that's why I say really do your research. And I know half of the time I don't get my edits is because I didn't get naked for them and do all these extra shit that most of these girls are doing. And I find that the reason why these photographers think that they can get away with this is because a lot of the girls are fucking photographers, are doing these extra things at shoots. Because yeah, I mean, do what you want, and then they're gonna make money on their OnlyFans, and they don't feel like it's any bad for the community, but you're really putting down the whole industry. Go fuck somebody that is in the scene, a fellow sex worker, another model, but bringing in the photographers, mixing them in between the industry is not the answer, because then now that photographer is going to go on to their next shoot and think that that woman is okay with what you were doing. So I feel like that's what is going on. Like I said, I never had to deal with this. I have very stern values and stern beliefs, as you guys can see. I have an attitude and everything, so photographers don't fuck with me. But I think that girls, you guys need to get better with what you believe in, what your boundaries are, and set it upon tell your photographer before you even get to the shoot. I know I have been in the past, I did a whole Zoom call before. You can meet them before, have a whole meeting. I've only had this once. So like, that's telling you my whole years into this, I've only had one little meeting before to see if we were a right fit for the shoot. And it was great. We still work together till this day. So that's one. And then the next question that I really wanted to get to, a woman asked, Adriana. She says, give us tea on which car shows have always been unprofessional with you so us girlies can stay away. I've gotten a lot of questions from girls about the car scene and why I don't do it, or what shows to stay away from and what shows to work at. So I don't want to hate on the car scene. That's who made me. That's where I come from. But a lot of them are unprofessional. They don't really know how to treat models. They don't know how to pay models. So that's why you don't really see me at car shows anymore. I recently even just got asked to get booked in New Jersey for a car show in June. I won't say the name. I gave them my rates and they were like, what? All the other models told us half of that. And they told me the models they were asking and telling me their rates, which is also unprofessional, telling me the rates. They had half of the following as I. They have not been in the game as long as I. And they expected me to work the same rate that I worked for 4 or 5 years ago. Honey, we are in a recession, inflation within 5 years. Why would I work the same rate that I worked 4 or 5 years ago? I put in so much money to build my brand, and you expect me to basically work for free 10 hours basically at a car show? No. So it's not really for me anymore. A lot of them don't know how to pay models. A lot of them were unprofessional with me, and I don't want to call them out. Before, I used to have all this like hate and animosity towards these car brands and car shows, but I've grown and I've learned a lot, and I'm not going to put them on blast or anything, but please just know your worth. Set boundaries, again, like I said with the photo shoots. Don't work for free. A lot of these shows need you. You don't need them. You can make your money somewhere else. You have to set these boundaries and know your worth, because if you don't, you're ruining the whole industry. Because that's how the car scene kind of went down, the car modeling. You don't see like the OG car models anymore at these car shows. It's because these other girls are working basically for free because they're like, oh my God, I'll get clout. I can get shoots at the car show and da-da-da-da. It's not the same anymore. You're not going to get clout from going to these car shows. You are the clout. You are. So please, up your rates, ladies. I don't care. Do it, because please. But I'm not going to tell you which ones were very unprofessional with me. I will not. You're welcome. I will tell you that in my later years with the car show, after the green car incident, there was a lot of unprofessionalism with car shows and car brands that wanted to work with me, but they were too scared to put my brand and my name out there. So they actually were hiring me to say I was going to these car shows like as a spectator and not as a model, because they didn't want to put my name on there because they were so scared of like the hate that they would get. But I was still getting paid to promote them, saying I was just going as a spectator, but really I was getting paid as a model and to take shoots. And they just didn't really want to tell the world that they were still paying me. And I went through therapy and everything. And in the long run, I realized like that was not right. That was not cool on their half to literally not be able to say my name or like tell me that I was working when I'm still getting paid. I was even getting paid more than most of the actual models that were there. And a lot of the other unprofessional stuff is that I know everybody's rates. I always knew everybody's rates. They would just tell me, oh, well, like so-and-so is working for this much. Why can't you work for this much? It was just insane. Or we don't like this girl. She's disgusting. We don't know why people like her, why she has a following, but we have to use her for her following. Like, honestly, all of them don't care about you. They don't care about who you are as a person. They care about your numbers on Instagram or social media. They do not care about you. I learned this a lot because a lot of them would talk smack about the other girls or the other models, or even at the bikini contests are usually at these car shows. They would make fun of the girls behind the scenes, have other videos that would showing us, like, I don't know. I've seen a lot of unprofessionalism in the car world. They should probably stick with cars if they don't know how to pay models or how to treat models. Maybe keep them two separate. And again, this is why you don't see me there anymore. I even used to host the bikini shows, And they would even try to bribe me beforehand to make somebody else win. Like, oh, just if their claps sound louder to you, just make sure that no, it wasn't. It was somebody else. Just because that other person had a huge following and it'd be better for them if that person won, because then that big following would be like, I won first place, da, da, da. But really, the girl with like 6,000 followers looks the best, but did not want her to win because it wasn't clout for them. I saw it all with the car shows, so stay cautious. A lot of the questions on my Instagram, of course, everyone's bringing up my fucking feet. Everyone loves them. What's my shoe size? I am a 10.5. People are asking me, do I do foot content on my OF? Of course I do, duh. That's the only place you're going to see it all. So, moving on with that. Alyssa, this girl, you are one of my longest fans that I remember your name. So Alyssa STI. I know you've been around for a long time. I always see your posts and your comments. So shout out to you. Thank you. You said, other than owning your own restaurant, what other goals do you have for 2023? So my one goal is that I hope my man asks me to marry him, and I finally do believe in marriage. We're opening up this restaurant, this new venture, so basically that kind of is marriage, so he better be asking me to fucking marry him soon. I'll let you guys know if that happens, but that's really my only goal, is to open up the restaurant, be successful, and have this next step for my man and I. I really do want to take a step back on social media and focus on my real life, because it does get so hectic. Moving on with that question, was a girl asked, she asked, how do you deal with all of this? Is there any of a time that you take a break from social media, and what do you do? So it's really hard for me to take breaks and slow down, because I do everything on my own. I don't have assistants. I don't have an agency. I don't have any of this people running my shit behind the scenes. So I'm doing it all. It's crazy. I have OnlyFans. I have Fansly. I have my TikTok, Instagram, Twitter, this podcast, the restaurant, my life. It's so crazy. I have to do it all. But it is so important to take a breather. My time right now, thank God I just got back into the gym, is I like to take my time in the sauna. I take 20 minutes. I don't even look at my phone. I still do therapy. I do therapy about every 2 to 3 weeks. It's very important. But it's so important to get away from social media. Sometimes I even go crazy. I'm really into politics, and sometimes it drives me nuts. Sometimes you don't want to see it. Sometimes it's not good to see it, but it is important to stay with life and stay constant. But yeah, I don't know. I really don't have an answer for you, because I'm still trying to work on it too. But I do believe social media has changed, not for the good or the bad, but it's changed dramatically in the way where I don't think people are so focused in on it anymore. A lot of people are getting away from Instagram, Twitter, because, I mean, the algorithms are so messed up. People don't even know what to post anymore. They don't know the times to post anymore. They don't know anything about social media anymore. Even me. I'm like, dude, I used to get like 75,000 likes. Now I'm like at 20,000 likes. That's what I used to get 4 or 5 years ago. So I don't really have any ambition to go on Instagram anymore and post like I used to. So I feel like people are taking a step back, but not because they want to. It's just that it's so oversaturated that we don't know what to do anymore. So as I was saying before, that I found a new gym, and that's kind of like my peace and quiet. A lot of TikTok videos have been going viral about girls recording themselves at the gym and making all of these videos bashing the people behind them, like guys looking at them like, oh my God, this guy is looking at me. Or this guy asked me if he needs help, if I need his help lifting the weight up or moving the weight. Some guys are just trying to be nice and trying to help you, and they don't even know you're recording. And you have to be mindful. A lot of people, like myself, I go to the gym not for clout or attention or to record myself. I go there with no makeup on, hair up. I just had a crazy day, and I just want to work out. I don't want nobody recording me. Honestly, it took myself. I'm on my like 4th gym in the Lehigh Valley because there were so many people recording themselves. And I don't know. And men, I'm telling you, men are the worst lately. I swear, there's like 9 out of 10 dudes, at least at Powerhouse, I'm calling this gym out, 9 out of 10 dudes with their tripods and their phones out recording themselves. And I'm like, who are these people? Because none of these people were like have a following or like do this for a living. Like, what are you recording yourselves for? And just flexing themselves in the mirror and flexing themselves for the tripod. And it's just so cringy to me. Like, what are you doing? It's so weird. I don't want to be in the background of any of this. I do this full time. I don't want to be recorded. I want to be a regular fucking person trying to work out. I don't want to be in the background of your videos at all, you know? So I see a lot of these TikTok videos of these girls doing this, and then like duets with trainers saying like, no, girl, you are in the wrong. Stop recording. Don't think that this guy behind you is just being some creepy dude just looking at you. It's fucking gym. You're looking around, dude. They're not really looking at you. And maybe it's because you're also wearing some fucking short-ass shorts with it up your ass crack. Dude, those shorts and these yoga pants, they're not meant to be up your ass crack, ladies. We know that you scrunch them up and you pull them up your asshole. They're basically stuck up there. So stop it. You're looking for attention. Don't play. And half these girls are the ones wearing their makeup and their hair fucking done at the gym. Stop doing it. It's not cool, especially coming from someone who models and does this for a living. Stop doing it. Stop. Go to the gym to work out for yourself. Sick of seeing it. And maybe even, and for the people who like hit on girls at the gym, or girls that hit on guys at the gym. Not my thing, but I know girls do it. I don't really feel like the gym is the place to do that at. If you see somebody and you're attracted to them, maybe try to find out like their name, or maybe ask them for their name at the end of the workout if you see them walking out or something. But the gym is a place to work on yourself. It's not really the place to be hitting on people or like looking at other people. So I don't think that that is the place. But I don't know. To each their own, guys. Please, if you see me at the gym, don't even look my direction. That is not the time or the place. So moving along with another TikTok rant I want to say is I believe that TikTok is full of non-creative creators. That's what I like to have to say about TikTok. More of the creativeness is more on Instagram because it's harder to go viral. TikTok is just full of bullshit, just hoping to go viral. I keep seeing all these girls going live, like pretending they are sleeping or actually sleeping. I have no idea, but it's so fucking cringy to me. Like, why are these people sending these gifts that are like not even 1 cent? They're like 0.1 cent. And like hoping for all these gifts on TikTok. It's so fucking annoying. And then these stretching videos, like, we know what you're doing. We know why you're doing this. You're not a fucking yoga meditator or any type of life coach. You're just looking for OnlyFans subscribers. So TikTok, we only use you to get OnlyFans subscribers. So literally that's all that it's used for. But I think it's so cringy that you guys are allowing this to go viral, of these people sleeping on live and doing the dumbest shit. I personally never like to go live on TikTok because I don't get a big following, because I'm trying to do things and I'm trying to talk to people. And then half of the comments in there are people from fucking another country telling me to take my top off. It's like, what the hell is going on? And it's just so weird. Like, I don't know. I just really hate TikTok. I go on this rant every time. I feel like I should have like a whole segment of I hate TikTok, every single fucking thing, because that's just what it winds up to being. After TikTok is my second app that I hate looking at is Facebook, because it is a bunch of people that I went to like high school with, just complaining about their issues. Like, dude, no one cares that you can't pay your rent and that your baby daddy forgot to pay his child support and that you're getting kicked out of your parents' basement. It's like, dude, you're not supposed to do that on Facebook. Honestly, nobody cares. And if people are even commenting below like, oh my God, praying for you, or like, oh my God, like, they actually don't care. People, you should be closing this stuff out. This is personal stuff. People just are ranting on Facebook for no reason. It's so weird to me. Like, you should be putting your personal issues aside and working on that privately, because Facebook, that's all I see is just crazy baby daddy issues, druggy stuff, like, oh my God, I was working on myself and then I had a relapse this weekend and I went out to the bar. Please pray for me. Like, your followers or your friends on Facebook, I'm sorry, but they're not there for it. Please. They want to see your downfall. A lot of the social media, they want to see your downfall. They're there for it. So don't give them a chance to see you in the bad. If you have to fake it, fake it. Or if not, just don't fucking post on Facebook. It's so weird to me. So weird. A lot of influencers that actually, so I'm looking at my notes, sorry, I put, should influencers still be on Facebook? I don't see a lot of influencers on Facebook anymore. It's actually weird. I do have a page for my modeling page, but it's really hard to grow because a lot of girls are staying away from the Facebook. I do see it trying to make a comeback. I even was making some money on my reels on my Facebook because I think that they're really trying to get some more money out of the platform and trying to get you back on Facebook. But then you're mixing your personal life more with your modeling life and your influencer life. So it's a really hard clash, and I'm finding it myself, opening up a restaurant. I find myself trying to stay back from the things that I used to want to talk about, or being so open, or like sharing where I currently am or my location. Because it's a weird mix. My following is getting bigger, my fan base is getting bigger, and some of the private stuff you should probably just keep private. So I am finding myself struggling with the two as well. But I feel like it is a good time to maybe voice your opinion. Maybe use that more for Twitter. That's what I like to use for Twitter. I always say Twitter is like your thoughts. Instagram are your thought photos. And then Facebook is a free-for-all. You have no idea what you're getting. Like, you're getting drama, you're getting fake news, you're getting real news, you're getting ads every other post. It's so crazy out there. And then TikTok is just bullshit. So that's my line of my social media. A little highlight of what I would like to talk, my politics side. So lately, a lot of girls have been going rants and stuff. Like, I see it's more of like the girls who have just gotten broken up with. They're like, I don't need a man. I'm an independent woman. I don't need no man. We need to get away from this feminist fucking like weird movement. I was even there before. I was always ranting on my Instagram story like, I'm independent. I don't need nobody. I'm good on my own. Do you think that men watching that are going to be like, so turned on and want to date you? That's also why you're not getting dates. This is why you're probably single. I used to do it, so I know this. I even look back at some of the stories that are like 3 years ago, you posted this, and I'm going on some rant that I'm so independent I could do it without it. We need men in our life. We do need them. Men need women in our life, and that's how the world keeps going. We make babies because we both need each other. Women, we are not equal. We need to stop with that, because I know me right now, high-end contractors, no women are showing up to do the job, to do the hard work. It is men that we need. They have muscle. They have the strength. They don't have the drama that we have going on. I have my period right now. They don't have to deal with periods and dealing with emotions all the time. They're not dealing with all this. We need men, and men need women. And we are not the same, and we need to stop pushing this agenda that we don't need men and we're so independent, because at the end of the day, we do need them. So please stop. Men don't find that attractive. And at the end of the day, you're saying that because you're seeking attention. You're seeking that you want a man. And I know this. Maybe you're just going through something. Maybe you need to look more into yourself, and maybe that's why you're saying this. Maybe look for the trigger point of what made you do this story. What made you make this post that you're so independent? You might be independent for sure, but you still need a man. I don't like seeing this stuff anymore. It's so weird. A lot of the stuff I do myself, but if I need a hammer and nails, I'm not fucking up my nail polish. I'm not fucking sweating out to fucking go change my tire. I could do it if I want to. It's going to take me 10 times longer to change my tire than a man to come and do it for me. Just saying. Okay, so moving on to your favorite part of the podcast is always the sex talk, OnlyFans talk. I am getting bombarded with messages, and I've said this before, of agencies trying to contact me. So I want to give you a little secret. So these big influencers or these podcasts that are reaching out to you, and they're like, I own the biggest agency in the world. You should work with me. If you work with me, if you sign to me, then you'll be on the podcast, and you'll get all this free clout. You'll get all these collaborations. We do all these fancy trips, da-da-da-da-da. These big influencers are these podcasts that say that they own an agency that you're going to be a part of. They don't own it. They don't have anything to do with it. They're just getting a percentage from the real owner at the end of the day, from 5 to 10%. Just off of your brand and your likeness. They're sliding in the DMs pretending they own it. So then you're like, oh my God, this huge creator with 10 million followers hit me up and they want me to work with them, and then I get to work with them? Fuck yeah, I'm going to sign up. And you get tricked into this. And these podcasts, they even try to get me. I'm not going to name the name, but they reach out to me and they're like, oh my God, we would love you on the podcast. But to be on the podcast, you have to sign up for our agency for OnlyFans. Like, no. And I know the OnlyFans agency. I know you don't own that agency. So it's just some weird shit. Like, don't fall for this. None of these people own agencies. If they're an influencer, they are an influencer. We do not have time to own an agency. If anybody in this space that would own an agency would be myself. And I do not own an agency, okay? So stop falling for it. I was hitting hard on this right now because even just my friend Dara, she just called me right before this podcast and was like, yo, you'll never believe so-and-so just hit me up because they said they own this agency, and I hopped on a meeting with them and they said the name of the agency and it was not them. It's so crazy that these people are just frauding you. Please don't fall for it. Please don't. On with the OnlyFans life that I wanted to hit on is a lot of the girls, they look down on these OnlyFans girls, but really these sex workers and these OnlyFans girls are much safer than the real hoe in real life. The real hoe in real life is much more untrustworthy. She's lying about what she's doing. I know a lot of this because of the person who I am. I still live in the small town that I grew up in. I know a lot of normies or civilians. I'm friends with them, and I'm also friends with sex workers and OnlyFans ladies and models and influencers. There's like a battle. So who's better, the sex worker or actually like being a hoe in real life? It's very weird. Like, it's a very weird thin line. So in real life, you're actually seeing these people in real life. You're letting them touch you. You're having sex with them. You're going on dates with them or meeting them in real life. Like, that's dangerous, you know? You can find yourself in really bad predicaments. On OnlyFans or online, you're never meeting these people. You're talking with them. You're chatting with them. You might be sending them photos and videos, but it's much safer, much safer. And at the end of the day, you're not hurting anybody. But in real life, like, that gets tricky. You're meeting these people. I find a lot of girls are getting abused or mishandled. I don't know how to say the word without like saying the R word. I don't want to say it, but there are a lot of bad stories in real life. So I say, stop hating on the girls who are doing OnlyFans and doing it behind the camera. Maybe they're too shy to meet people in public. Maybe they are a sexual person, but they don't want to be like sexual in real life. Maybe they just want to be sexy for somebody. You never know anybody's story. The girl who has OnlyFans might only have 4 people that they slept with, while the person in real life maybe fucked like 20 people. You never know. You never know. So I hate when I keep hearing OnlyFans girls are hoes or OnlyFans girls are whores or whatnot. 9 out of the 10 times the girl has a boyfriend or a relationship of some way. The person in real life is hoeing around. They might be a full-time nurse and they're fucking everybody. I'm telling you. And a lot of them are strippers. They're strippers in their little fake life after work, and they don't tell anybody. I know this for a fact. In this area, there's a lot of them. So don't be putting down OnlyFans girls. You never even know what they're doing. They don't know. You don't know why they're on OnlyFans. You don't know. And sex is sex. Sex is always going to be here. You have to have sex to have a baby. You have to have sex to keep evolution going. So we need to stop making it like some things that we can't talk about. It's always been here. Sex sells. Sex is everything, and you need it. So we need to stop saying that it's so bad and don't talk about it, and we need to illegalize it. I think in Utah it's illegal now for Pornhub. You have to like put your ID in, and you have to show proof that you're 18, which, yeah, it's good. Like, you should be 18 years or older, but who under 18 never saw a naked girl? Like, come on, dude. Like, it's always going to be there. We can't get rid of it, because the more times you try to ban something or get rid of it, that just makes it more desirable. So we need to stop trying to do that. Maybe fix some other things in life, you know? Why are we attracted to these, like, little girls that are dressing as childs or nurses or anything? Why are we so attracted to that? It's because we make it so bad that we're not allowed to like it, you know? But I guess that's all I really wanted to say. You'll still see me on OnlyFans. I love it there. I'm so glad that the platform gave me a chance to be the person who I wanted to be the sexual person that I wanted to be, because I'm not actually sexual in real life. OnlyFans gives me this outlet to really be sexy, because in real life, I am more of like a prude type of person. But you'll never guess that because of my attitude. But yeah, thankful for OnlyFans. I would not be here today without it. But yeah, but thank you for this podcast, guys. Thank you for joining me today. Please write down below if you have any more questions. I would love to get these little questions at every podcast, because you guys ask some really good questions. So please, love you guys. Like, subscribe, share, and I'll see you guys next time. That was good.